Delighted to be joined here now by Ashling Chairman Jim Canny. Jim, we're here tonight to obviously interview your new Director of Coaching in Mike Kerley as well, and introduce him to everybody. Not that he needs much introduction in Limerick soccer circles. Jim, it's Director of Coaching. It's kind of a term unknown to a lot of junior clubs in Limerick. Can you tell us a bit about what that role will entail for Mike?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we're obviously delighted to have Mike coming home. Right? Hopefully England will come big home tonight. But we decided to put a director of coaching in place because the club has about 125 coaches across the whole club, in boys, senior level, women's, and underage, right? And it's a full-time appointment. It's a gamble on behalf of the club, right? We have to fund it and support it, right? And it's all that role is purely about developing coaches through the club and improving the club. By improving the coaches, we'll improve their standard of training, and hopefully kids will get gain from it, players will gain from it, and they reach their ability, right? And we're very fortunate to have a man of Mike's calibre, right? A local man, right? He's living literally across the road. His CV speaks for itself, and he's a tremendous addition to this club. And I gotta say, I wish him all the well, and hopefully we just stand out of his way and let him do it.
Yeah, you mentioned there that it's going to be across the board coach-wise clubs, so that will include all junior teams as well as schoolboy as well.
Yes, all junior teams, all ladies teams, but it's not that Mike will be coaching every team.
No.
He'll be developing the coaches, right, that are coaching those teams. He'll promote them to do badges, get qualifications, and hopefully in 3 years' time we'll see the fruition of Mike's work. And it's not just coaching, beyond that, because he'll add a lot more to this club than we've had in the past. We've tried a few innovative things. Right, you can see the sign behind us, the club, the pitch, right, the whole lot. We've done things with outside coaches, and this is another step on that ladder, right, and look for the incremental improvement. It's 25-30% per year, and we're confident behind it because we 100% believe we've got the best man we can find. Yeah,
we obviously have Paul Burke here as well, who's your Director of Football. Will Mike and Paul be working closely together as well?
Yes, Mike and we've got Paul, right, as Director of Football. We've got Mike, obviously Director of Coaching. We have a football committee, and we have the main committee, right? And we expect them to run football in the club, right? Make sure players are developing, coaches are developing. We also win, and that's all the way up to juniors, right? But it's not to win next season. As long as we're better than we were this year versus next year versus this year, we'll be happy. Yeah. It's an improvement we're looking for.
Yeah, and obviously, Jim, last season was disappointing for every club in Ireland in the fact that there was very little football played. Once October came, it was all shut down. There was no competition for anybody. I suppose you're probably a few weeks back into it now between schoolboy teams, schoolgirl teams, and also the junior team probably back training. There must be a great buzz around the place now to get back and playing, and obviously only a month away from the season.
Great question, right? I got to give credit to the LDSL, the schoolboy section, because they ran off a cup in June, right, which was great for the kids. Some teams got 3 games to the final, some teams only got 1 game, but it got them out training, got them out playing matches. Got to say, and I'm disappointed with the LDL, because all the clubs, majority of the clubs wanted the soccer to come back in some format, and their opinion was disregarded, and no soccer came back for junior. So it's neither here nor there. Time has passed. We are delighted to be back. All the teams are delighted to be back, and actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitches going. We can't fit the number of teams who want to train at the moment. That's a great complaint to have, and we'll solve that.
Yeah, has that been a massive issue, Jim? Actually, practical wise, is actually fitting the amount of teams in these pitches there for training even.
It's continuous, because obviously we've got teams that every team in this club would like to train twice a week. We can't do twice a week. We don't have the facilities. So if there's a big donor out there that wants to give us more land, we'll take it.